Hi, I'm John Garrett. Please join my wife Nikki and I as we journey with our family into Tanzania. Tanzania's population is 42 million. 4 million Tanzanians are considered totally unreached, and 58% survive on less than $1 per day. Where we're going, this is what civilization looks like. Tanzanian children are almost 15 times more likely to die before the age of 5 than American children. Many of those children who do survive end up orphans or fatherless, in part because Tanzania suffers the world's 4th highest AIDS death rate. Malnutrition and starvation are a never-ending battle in a nation where only 0.125% of the land is irrigated. The lack of basic resources and nutritious and sustainable food sources makes the task of feeding a family a burden most Americans would never fully understand. But Jesus left us the blueprint for reaching the lost in Luke 4:18 and 19. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, for He has anointed me to bring good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim that captives will be released, that the blind will see, that the oppressed will be set free, and that the time of the Lord's favor has come.
Finding the neglected goes like this. What you see is what you get. Ministry is limited by what you can see from the path you have chosen. But there are many places where there are paths that cannot be seen, and people that simply do not get reached. Sometimes the only ones that see them are the birds in the sky. The times have changed, and we have the bird's eye view. With the images captured by the satellites that circle the earth, we can identify the people that are beyond the path and out of sight. Now there is no one that cannot be found, provided for, and reached with the gospel. Overland Missions uses the view of neglected areas from above and divides them into manageable sectors that average 10,000 square miles apiece. A sector manager is then put in place to travel and find what condition a village is in. When the information is there, the care will follow. From a base location within each sector, evangelism, discipleship, and humanitarian efforts will fan out into the sections. These departments of Overland Missions will play a vital part in reaching each location. Evangelistic expedition teams will reach into an area and establish the message of the gospel that is in Jesus Christ as the building blocks in their lives. Then the rural pastors network comes in as an apostle, training church leaders and strengthening the local body. People then can grow into the revelation and knowledge of God. With headway made for the spiritual needs of the area, Overland's humanitarian aid arm can help meet the desperate physical needs with the Life and SAM projects. The HIV/AIDS crisis has created a situation where parents die before their children. They don't even get to see their kids grow up. The meds exist in the cities, but people simply can't get to them. The Life Project will transport the meds to the people, giving the HIV-infected parents more time with their kids. Villages struggle with two main things: disease and shortage of food. Because food is in such short supply, co-op gardens are planted in the villages. The food from the gardens feed the people, and then the extra vegetables are sold to bring in income, creating stability for the villagers. The bird's eye view now gives us the ability to strategically change massive areas of forgotten people. The deciding factor of a village being reached does not depend on whether it can be seen from the road, as all is now in our view. It is now up to the church to move into these sectors, preach Jesus Christ, feed them spiritually, and meet their physical needs until the gospel has had its full effect. God has entrusted us with the nations, and the church will change them one sector at a time.
$11.4 billion is given to foreign missions annually, but only 1% of that money makes it to people who've never been reached before. That's why our ministry begins where the roads end. The burdens are heavy, and the laborers are few. Kwa maana hakuna jambo lisilowezekana kwa Mungu. for there is nothing God cannot do.